dare you? You don't belong here. You'll regret that.
Stop this now!
The grand ballroom shimmered under crystal chandeliers as America's wealthiest families gathered for one of the most exclusive charity galas of the year. Champagne glasses clinked, cameras flashed, and powerful people whispered about billion-dollar deals. In the center of the room stood the Caldwell family, a billionaire dynasty known for their influence, their money, and their arrogance. Across the hall, a tall woman in a deep burgundy dress stood quietly observing the crowd. Her name was Angela Brooks. Most guests didn't recognize her, but she carried herself with calm confidence. She wasn't there to impress anyone. She was there for a reason. As the evening continued, Angela approached the Caldwell family near the marble staircase. She politely introduced herself and mentioned a business matter she wanted to discuss. But the moment the matriarch of the family, Eleanor Caldwell, heard her name, her expression hardened. Eleanor looked Angela up and down with open disdain. The surrounding guests fell silent as the tension grew. "You think you're equal enough to approach us here?" Eleanor said loudly, making sure everyone could hear. Angela remained calm, explaining she only wanted to speak about a serious issue connected to one of their companies. But before she could finish her sentence, Eleanor raised her hand and slapped Angela across the face. Gasps echoed through the ballroom. Phones came out as stunned guests began recording. The Caldwells stood there expecting Angela to walk away in humiliation like anyone else might have. Instead, Angela slowly turned back toward them. Her voice was steady, almost calm. "You just made the most expensive mistake of your lives." Some guests laughed nervously, thinking it was an empty threat. After all, the Caldwells controlled a billion-dollar investment empire. Who could possibly challenge them? Angela calmly pulled out her phone. Within seconds, several guests in the room began receiving notifications. Investors, journalists, board members. A massive financial report had just been released. Angela Brooks wasn't just another guest at the gala. She was the lead financial investigator working with a federal oversight group that had spent the last year uncovering illegal offshore accounts connected to the Caldwell family's company. Hidden funds, insider trading, fraudulent mergers, and tonight's gala had been the perfect place to finalize the investigation. Angela had already secured the evidence. But the slap, that changed everything. Because now the videos spreading across social media showed not only the powerful Caldwell family humiliating a guest publicly, but attacking the very woman who held proof of their billion-dollar corruption. Within minutes, the atmosphere in the ballroom shifted. Phones rang across the room. Investors began whispering. One of the Caldwell executives checked his tablet and his face went pale. Their company stock had already started crashing. A major banking partner had just frozen their accounts. Angela calmly looked at Eleanor Caldwell one last time. "That slap didn't just embarrass you," she said quietly. "It exposed you." Security suddenly entered the ballroom, not for Angela, but for the Caldwell family. As guests stepped aside, stunned and silent, the once untouchable billionaire dynasty watched their empire begin collapsing in real time. And in a room filled with the most powerful people in the country, one thing had become painfully clear. The woman they tried to humiliate had just ended their billion-dollar future.